Brawlhalla. Bodvar. Cassidy. Orion. Lord Brat. Nash. Queen Kai. Hattori. Sir Roland. Scarlet. Bat. Ada. Sentinel. Lucian. 3, 2, 1, brawl!
Alright, welcome to Mini Tournament 9 for Brawlhalla. So, we did our normal thing of bringing in some late signups there. And yeah, we ended up with 15 players today. So, going down on our list of players, so we have Blanct, PKPR, Gerard Joling, Egg Soup, Ashes1, Box Toppled, Digital Touch, Moose, Shark Ninja, Jags1, Mjow, Stevenator, Mr. Sandman, Magma Bob, and Vile Laugh. So right now those players are in games. They are all working very hard to see who moves on to the quarterfinal round. So we're not going to stream any of those early round games. We're going to wait till they are done, and then we're going to get started with the quarterfinals and stream every match from quarterfinals on. Hello out there, Twitch chat. Oh, good to see you all there. It does look like we got Berserker Exo. Hey, Exo. Blanc, Clipper Ship, Designated Asian, Egg Soup TV, Eldo Call Logo, Foda, Fuzzy, Liking, Jinx. Some of these names are a little odd, but there's Magma Bob, Maxi, Milo, Mjow, Nebo, Pie is Good, Stevenator, TWK Smash, and then I can't read the very last one. But yeah, definitely welcome, guys. Welcome to Brawlhalla Mini Tournament 10. So I do have a couple things to finish up here. You know, sometimes it's a little hard when you're a little short-staffed. We are a little short-staffed today, but hey, we're gonna get through it just as we can. So right now I'm filling out those brackets for you guys, those on-screen brackets. Let's see, file, save. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump on over to those brackets just so you guys can kind of see where people are right now. That's the wrong one. Alright, so there are our brackets. You can kind of see who's there on the left side. I do have to bring up the right side and fix that for you. But we do have some new named competitors, at least for me, as well as some new up-and-coming competitors as well. Right now you can see Blanc is actually the #1 seed in our tournament. He does get a bye this round, so we'll go ahead and put him in there. Blanc, Control S, you are there. So yeah, guys, I mean, it's one of those things that we don't have any of our top 10 players on the rankings in there. Granted, there are a couple of Smurfs in there, I do know that. But, I mean, we do have a solid group of competitors here, and we're ready to see them fight it out. I mean, a couple of those games. So it does not look like we have any results coming in as of yet. But, I mean, wishing you were in it, Rashi. Well, we had late signups there at the midpoint of the check-in hour. Sorry you did not make it for the late signups. We do have 16 players, or 15 players. Sorry, 15 players. So, yeah, let me go ahead and get the rest of these updated for you. So, our number 2 seed, who is going to be... Oh, hang on, let me... Alright, so let's see. Our number 2 seed was actually Moose. So, yeah, let me go ahead and find that. There we go, Moose. Alright, so it looks like we do have some stuff rolling in. It looks like Moose over Shark Ninja. So, alright, let's go ahead and Moose. Shark Ninja. Control S. And we'll go ahead and put Moose as the victor on that one. Also coming in, it looks like Egg Soup has beat out Ashes 1, so we'll go ahead and add that there. Also on the right side of our bracket, we got JX1 versus MT10. So we are waiting on that right now. We got Steve versus Sandman. And Magma Bob versus Vile. Alright, so that should all be updated for you guys. And yeah, that's the way it looks right now. So we have had 2 matches complete so far. Yeah, Blanc, correct. We are not showing the first round. We're letting that round, since it's a round of 16 players, there's 8 games. We're letting that get through as of right now. If you guys actually want to see the live X-Fire brackets, I'm going to go ahead and drop that into the Twitch chat right now. There is your link for the live X-Fire brackets. We will be showing periodically, you know, in between matches, your actual on-screen bracket here. So, I mean, we got multiple brackets for you, but hey, we're going to get it all done. Alright, so looking over here at the Brawlhalla competitive community chat, Egg Soup says his partner did not update, so Ashes 1 did not update. So it looks like Ashes 1, players are given 5 minutes to kind of get their stuff in. So it looks like MT10 taking 1 game from JX1. I don't know if they have a second game to get to, but yeah. Alright, so need... Alright. Alright, so yeah, I mean, a lot of these players, I mean, I'm not as familiar with some of these players like Blanc, PK, PR. I do know a bit about Gerard Joling. I know a little bit of Egg Soup. Ashes 1 as we, see that Egg Soup has finished. Box Toppled, I know a little bit about. Digital Touch, I know a little bit about. Moose, I'm not as familiar with. I'm very happy to see him. Does look like MT10 is moving on, so we'll go ahead and give him his victory over JX1. Boom, there it is. Yeah, Egg Soup, Egg Soup. I know you from just kind of seeing you in chat. That's how I know you. He's pretty Stardust. He is a pretty decent Cassidy. That's good to know. That's really good to know. So yeah, let's jump back over that staging real quick. So yeah, guys, we are almost done here with our first round. It does look like we are getting more results coming in. Steven Nader over Sandman, so we're going to move Steve on as well. So you guys will see that in a minute with the update. But looks like we got Magma and Vile, and then PKPR and Gerard Joling still duking it out here in this first round. So, I mean, a lot of Brawlhalla still to come. We are going to be streaming for you the quarterfinals on. I'll be giving you your commentary. Wait, MJow actually won? WTF is this? It was not best of 1. It was best of 3. You guys. Oh, so it looks like there is just a score of 1. So until I get clarification, I am going to take MJow off of there. And yeah, let's look at the brackets as we see them currently. Alright, so Steven Nader saying his was updated. There we go. Boom. So yeah, we are still waiting for Box Toppled and Digital Touch to finish up, PKPR and Gerard Joling to finish up, and then Magma Bob and Vile to finish up. But I mean, a lot of good players in this tournament. Not the typical top 10 that you normally see roaming around in tournaments. This tournament, actually, guys, is a completely unrestricted tournament. So players can play any map. They can use stances if they want to. They can do anything they basically want. We just kind of want to open it up, make it a little more fun this time around. Our next tournament, however, will be in 2 weeks. It is going to be our first Brawl Ball tournament. I, unfortunately, will be out of town, so I won't be able to stream this. Most likely, if you were here for GT3, you probably met the Streaker from Intoxicated Gaming. Most likely, he will be the one doing that Brawl Ball tournament for you guys. So, definitely jump on over, find him. Find his stream. He's a great streamer. He streams Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. He'll be streaming tonight. It's one of those things where essentially they play games, the audience makes rules, and every time one of those rules happens, the player has to drink however many allotted drinks. So, yes, Brawl Ball. Brawl Ball will be a mini tournament going on 2 weeks from now, 2 Saturdays from now. So, alright, so Box Toppled and Digital Touch say they have submitted results. Let's go ahead and refresh here on this page so I can go ahead and see what's going on, get the most up-to-date. Alright, so it looks like Egg Soup and Ashes, Box Toppled, and it looks like Box Toppled over Digital Touch, it looks like. Alright, so we can go ahead and give that to Box over Digital. Alright, so at this point we're still looking for Gerard and PKPR. Win already, Gerard! And yeah, Foda, Brawl Ball tournament will be awesome. I'm sad that I won't be here to commentate it. I actually like the idea of Brawl Ball. Is one probably the most fun things to play. When a couple of weeks ago, just for Grand Tournament 3, when we played Brawl Ball on Intoxicated Gaming as a hype stream for Grand Tournament 3, we were playing Brawl Ball, and it was so much fun to sit there with 3 other people and be yelling and screaming at each other and just playing it. But yeah. Alright, so yeah, I mean, from what I know, this game is still going on. Let me go ahead, let me jump in and see what's going on with that game. Let's see. There we go. I can go ahead and grab that game number. Let's go ahead and watch game. Looks like PKPR, the only one still in the game. Poker person. So it looks like PKPR is the only one in the game right now, which means that it might be over. Go ahead and find Gerard, see what's going on with that. Did you finish your match, Gerard?
I bet you be like a power child. And if you feel like your sister, I bet you be like a white child. And when you feel
All right, so yeah, let's bring this back over. It's over. He won. Awesome, Gerard. Thank you for letting me know. There it is, updated 2-0. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and update the rest of these. So, it looks like we do have our first round done. Let's go ahead and refresh this this page here. So, all right, so we are going to get PKPR. Moving on. And over here we had Magma Bob and Vile. That looks like that completed with Magma moving on. Let's go ahead and save that. So, yeah, the only one we're looking for is if JX1 and MJow finished theirs. I know they were confused. I'm assuming they did. All right, so yeah, it does look like we are going to be moving on, and we're going to go ahead and put MJow as our winner there. All right, guys, so we have our group of 16s done, and what we got is Blanc versus PKPR, Egg Soup versus Box Toppled, Moose versus MJow, and Steve versus Magma Bob. So our first game coming up here is going to be Blanc versus PKPR. It's going to be interesting to see here. You know, I don't really know much about PKPR. I do know a little bit about Blanc. He is one of the top ranked players. So yeah, let me go ahead and get us all set up and ready to go. Awesome. Let's go ahead and save Pokemon Person. Alright, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get a game set up for them. Alright, so here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and jump on over. We're going to get our quarterfinals started. Boom. Main. Hey, guys. What's up? So, yeah, we're waiting for Blanc at this point. Once we have Blanc in, we can go ahead and get this match started. So, all right. All right, so Blanc is in. Here we go, guys. Blanc versus PKPR. Looks like PKPR going with the early Thatch pick here. I mean, you know, it's not. I'm from a time where Thatch was just a character you just did not play. I know that he has come up a little bit with some more recent changes, but but yeah. All right, so Ada coming out from Blanc. So, as I said before, stances are allowed. So, these players can be using stances if they would like. It really doesn't matter. It's all completely open. Alright, so game one going in. And let's jump on over to our full. Alright, guys. So, here we go. It is Blanc versus Pokemon Person. So, right now, we see a little bit of footsies going on here at the start. And right now, no damage on either character. Blanc right now, you know, with those guns, PKPR just trying to get a weapon. Right now, with the sword. And here we go. First hit goes to Pokemon Person with that sword. A down light setup move. And right there into another, right into the side air to get a nice little bit of damage there. He is using the max attack speed, max force Thatch, but I mean, we'll see how that works out for him versus Ada here. Essentially, Ada, he's using an Ada loadout on a Thatch, so he gets a sword and he gets his guns. as opposed to the spear and guns of Ada at this point. Alright, so both players just kind of playing it a little bit safe. PKPR there in the shenanigan area as Blanc does manage to get a few good hits right there. Oh, a nice recovery move out of Blanc, just kind of making sure that PKPR cannot touch the ground. Trying to get that extra little bit of time out of the dodge cooldown mechanic. Beautiful little recovery right there. Clearing the table there, throwing his spear away, and first strike goes to Blanc. With the Ada, a couple of bombs on the field, no weapons right now, and Blanc right now just tossing him back and forth. So Blanc right now the favorite according to ranked 1v1 rankings going into this, and PKPR, from what I've heard from the chat, you guys, is actually a pretty darn good player. So this is definitely a pretty awesome match to be seeing right now. I'm so glad they left the cannonballs in. When they originally said they were going to be taking them out, it was just... yeah, there was so much, just everybody was crying because it's one of the most beautiful animations in the game. So yeah, right now PKPR sitting in that shenanigan area. Blanc not really giving him any options to really, you know, hit him, but Blanc off the edge right now. Recovery, no edge guard from PKPR. That might be a mistake right there, as he might have been able, with that third jump and possibly that dodge, to maybe get a double down and take Blanc out. But I mean, right there, it's one of those things that you got to just kind of look at. You're standing still on the edge of the map while your opponent's recovering. It may have been just, you know, one of those, you know, honor things. I'm gonna let you get back. I mean, we'll never know, I guess, but you got to take full advantage. We do see a recovery move there from Pokemon Person that actually takes out Blanc. So with that short stock, he does even it up stock-wise, but that damage, just so much more there on PKPR, as he is in that deep orange on his damage meter right now. Oh, beautiful through. Oh! And no, he catches the corner, but Blanc with the down throw of the bomb takes a one-stock lead again, while barely taking any damage on his second stock. So right now, I mean, Pokemon Person in a very, very dangerous spot here as he's taking damage. It's pretty much a full stock lead right now when you take damage into consideration. So they're both in the yellow. I mean, Blanc maybe has a hit or two more, you know, on him as opposed to Pokeperson. But I mean, it's pretty much, it's a hard thing to come back from this right here. It can be done. We've seen it done in previous tournaments, but yeah, it's gonna be a feat if he can manage to take this out. Only one cannonball coming out due to that spear throw from Blanc. Blanc using a lot of spacing tactics and zoning tactics, throwing his weapon. So, you know, it's just, he's slowly ticking away the damage, making sure he gets safe hits in. Does manage to get a signature right there. And right now, Pokeperson, with out of jumps, barely makes it back. And this game could be done soon, and we'll be going to game 2. And there it is.
Player one wins.
Oh, looks like my scoreboard was all messed up too. So yeah, let's fix that. Yay. Compton's failing. Well, no, that's not it. All right, so we are going into game 2. Oh, I know why.
3, 2.
Because I did not update this. So yeah, guys, give me a second here as we do see game 2 get underway. Same character picks, same map picks. I'm gonna go ahead and get this the scoreboard fixed for you guys. Thought it was all fixed already. I apparently missed this one. My apologies. So yeah, it does look like right now Blanc's taking the majority of damage here early going on. So. Alright, so there's one fixed. Browse, mainstream scoreboard. Okay. Okay, awesome. So there we are. We are set up and ready to go. So, All right, so this is a best of 3, guys, and right now, you know, Blanc in the lead once again is Pokeperson in the red, and yeah, I mean, and there he goes, first strike once again to Blanc, takes that 1 stock lead. Counting the damage, it's probably about a half stock lead, but I mean, at this point, any damage that he's getting is basically free damage on that next stock. So, I mean, right now, Pokeperson running away into the shenanigan area. Ooh, Blanc's going really low in that shenanigan area. Very close to the border. Start with a capital letter. Just for you, my friend, just for you. So yeah, Blanc right now with no weapon finally picks up a spear right there, and Pokeperson right now getting a little bit of damage, but definitely in a bad sort right now, as he does have red damage. So that means he has at least 150 damage put on him at this point. And just more coming on from Blanc. Blanc with a lot of throws here. I mean, his throw game is strong right now, as you know, we see, you know, he is in the red. There is a possibility this could be a 3 stock game. Not very likely with him on a very, very short stock, but I mean, it's one of those things that anything can happen here in this this quarterfinal rounds of a mini tournament. So Pokeperson right now in a little bit of trouble, but you know, still has a full stock worth of damage. If he can get a KO right here, it is going to be manageable. If he takes too much damage here out of the gate, he does get that KO without taking too much damage. So it's definitely manageable. If he can just kind of mitigate the damage that is being dealt to him, get a quick KO here on Blanc, he definitely has a chance to maybe come back and send this to a game 3. But with all of that gunplay coming out there from Blanc, Blanc right now just perfect with the guns, but Pokeperson making a big comeback here. You know, it was 3 stocks in the red to 1 stock, and he's actually put quite a bit more damage on Blanc right now than Blanc has put on him, so we may see that proverbial comeback. Oh, missed signature, and Blanc punishes and takes that match. So match 1 goes to Blanc. Good game, well played. Let me get myself all set up here. So Blanc is going to be moving on. Alright, so let's jump on over to our bracket, see what we got coming up in store for you guys. If odds would change quick enough. And it looks like we got yeah, we got Egg Soup versus Box Toppled. So we're going to go ahead and back out. And yeah, Box Toppled and Egg Soup. You guys are going to be getting in this room right now. And yeah, so, I mean, we do see Blanc moved on. It's not very odd to see the first seed moved on. I know the chat's probably a little sad that that Pokeperson didn't move on. I know a lot of people were, you know, going for him, but it looks like Egg Soup. People are going for Egg Soup right now. Alright, so it does look like we are getting ready. We are in the game. So let's jump back over to our main, and then we'll switch into our full as well. So yeah, Egg Soup and Box Toppled. Looks like we're going into game 1, ladies and gentlemen. So Sentinel for Egg Soup, Scarlet for Box Toppled. It's going to definitely be interesting to see kind of this play out. I know that Scarlet is, you know, one of those players that a lot of people really favor. Sentinel has kind of come up in the ranks a bit. I did look at the Tybo and Raven tier list earlier today. Neither of these were in the top tier, but I mean, it's one of those things, you know, it's great to see that all of the characters are getting played. So Box Toppled here with a nice Nice little lead, early lead here on Egg Soup. Egg Soup with a beautiful mine does get ground pounded right there. Picks up a set of guitars. So we'll see how that guitar game, how strong that is for Egg Soup. He looks to be doing a lot of signatures at this point. He does opt to throw away though, since he is going against the hammer. I mean, I would rather, personally, I'd rather use the guitars versus the hammer, just because of kind of the ability to kind of underspace it maybe a little bit. I haven't looked at the hitboxes as of recently. I used to always be up on those hitboxes and the size and who you could underspace, how you can get around hitboxes. So I don't know specifically, you know, how the hammer is affected currently. But right now, both players kind of working that hammer. Egg Soup does manage to take his away, or throw his away. Gets a beautiful signature there. Nice throw with an uppercut. Follows it up. Almost gets the KO there on Box Toppled, but he does get taken out by Box Toppled. So first strike goes to Box, but not very long after, Egg Soup gets a nice little bouncing bomb there on Box Toppled, and it's all evened up. We're seeing a 2-stock game at this point, guys. I mean, it's oh, and a mistake right there by Box Toppled. Egg Soup now on top. And a couple of mines coming out. I mean, it's one of those things that these explosives can be very detrimental. I know some people have said in the past that bombs might be banned in later things, but I mean, it's one of those things. They're an item that isn't really kind of random. So you know they're always going to explode. You know they're going to bounce. You know that mines have a certain amount of time before they explode, and if you get near them, they're going to explode. So as of right now, I mean, we're not going to remove the bombs. In 2v2, it's a little bit different because you're not actually, you know, paying attention to every part of the screen, and bombs could just come flying off the side. But right now we do see a 2-1 lead here for Egg Soup over Box Toppled. Both characters in the orange damage now, with Egg Soup going into the red. But Box really needs to just kind of watch how much damage he's taking right now. Not take a signature move, not take a side air, any of those big force hits. He does manage to get that side air on Egg Soup to bring it to a one stock game right now. And yeah, I mean, it's a short stock here for Box Toppled, but you know, we've seen it. Oh, and there it goes. Egg Soup with that signature move takes game 1. And yeah, I mean, are we going to see him move on? I think we might. So 1 score up for Egg Soup, and we're going to see this game too. There was one accident from Box Toppled there. That's really kind of what hurt him. If he wouldn't have had that accident, that KO right there that he took, that last KO, would have only been the one taking him down to 1 stock. So we'll see if Box can kind of make a comeback here, send this to maybe a game 3, and yeah, that would be our first game 3 of this mini tournament, as we did see that first match, you know, go out in 2 games. So yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, there we go. Game 2 incoming. And yeah, Egg Soup versus Box Toppled. Game 2. Lance versus Hammer right here. So kind of an interesting matchup. When I used to play a lot, when I was a top player, I didn't like using the Lance versus the Hammer. We do see Egg Soup switch up to those guitars right now. The reason I never liked using the Lance versus the Hammer is because the Lance is a very horizontal weapon. A lot of its movement is horizontal, whereas the Hammer has its horizontal movement, but also has some really good vertical things that just kind of out-prioritize a lot of different things. And it really just kind of was a detriment to be playing that Lance versus Hammer back in the day. But we do see right now both players kind of getting into that deep damage point. Both going with signatures right there, right at each other. Nobody connects, so no dice on that. But we'll see who gets that first strike very shortly, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Egg is one of the best at throwing stuff. Good to know. Good to know. As we do see a lot of throws coming out. He is weaponless right now, so I mean, he could be good at throwing. Oh, and there it is. First strike goes to Egg Soup with that beautiful side signature right there. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful move. Just kind of waited for Box Toppled to make a mistake and just punished it. Punished it hard. So yeah, right now, Box Toppled just needs to get a good force hit. Does get a good one right there, but I don't know why it did not send Egg Soup flying off to his doom. And right now, any damage that Egg Soup does manage to take from Box Toppled here is pretty much free damage, as there it is, a nice ground pound taking out Egg Soup, but he did manage to get quite a bit of damage on Box Toppled, sending him into that early stage of yellow. But Egg Soup with the slide to neutral air combo, something that you've seen for quite a long time now in the competitive ranks as just kind of a setup move, a good way to get damage when you're, unarmed. So it's very, very common to see that coming out of players. So yeah, right now Egg Soup just trying to get in on Box Toppled, getting quite a bit of damage. Box Toppled playing it very safe, sitting on that edge, doing a little wall hug there for a little bit, just kind of trying to draw Egg Soup out. And a lance throw from Box right there. Beautiful neutral standing combo there from Box Toppled, and oh, I would have liked to see a double down right there where you throw your weapon down and then go into a ground pound. Sadly, Box used his dodge and then used a side air, and there it is, second KO coming out of Egg Soup on Box Toppled. It's a 2-1 game right now, very short. Box really does have, a very easy, opportunity to get this KO right here and maybe stop that bleeding. But I mean, right now, Egg Soup doing all he can to toss stuff, and barely missed that signature. And once again, not using the edge guard to its full extent there from Box Toppled. Both players wielding a hammer right now, but Egg Soup opting to go with that mine. Jumps right over the signature, and a neutral unarmed combo right there coming out of Egg Soup. Put a little more damage on. Box really needs to get that KO right now. Oh, tries for the ground pound through the platform, does not get it. A neutral air to a throw. He needs the edge guard here. Oh, but Egg Soup coming out high on that recovery, and does manage to get KO'd there by Box Toppled after that beautiful, beautiful comeback. But we are at a one-stock game right now. Right now, Egg Soup a little bit in the lead right now with damage, extending that a bit more as we do see Box Toppled in the orange right now. If he can pull off this game right here, he goes out in 2 to move on to those semifinals. And yeah, both players just kind of staying away from each other. They both know they're on their last stock. This could be the proverbial end for either of them with a couple of good moves. And right now, Box making what I would call another mistake. I mean, Egg Soup had already used his dodge. Box was right next to him. Instead, he decides to move away from Egg Soup instead of going after an attack. And bomb! Bouncing Egg Soup, knocking him right into that bomb. Takes game 2. And that is that second quarterfinals match in the books, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, let's jump on back over to our on-screen bracket, and we're gonna move Egg Soup on just by request from him. We're gonna update that. All right, so Egg Soup moves on over Box. He'll be playing Blanched in the semifinals, and yeah, guys, our next matchup is going to be Moose and Imjow. So yeah. Let's get them in the game, and we'll get this started. So yeah, I mean, kind of looking at the brackets the way they stand right now, I mean, Blanched had a bye, And then Pokey Person actually beat out Gerard in the first round. That match actually took a little bit of time. Both those players pretty evenly matched. Blanc taking out Pokey Person. So Egg Soup actually beat out Ashes 1 in the early round. Box Toppled beat out Digital. And then you just saw Egg Soup actually beat out Box in 2 at that point. So now, looking at our players who are coming into the game right now, Moose taking out Shark Ninja there in that early round of 16. And then MJow taking out JX1 to move on to this quarterfinal match versus Moose. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, guys. We are still waiting for MJow to jump in that room. But yeah, you guys over on the chat, let's jump on over to that staging. Hey chat, how you doing, guys? Good to have you here. It does look like we have a total of 38 viewers, at least from what Restream tells me. I don't know how many I got over on, I got 2 watching over on Beam. So that actually brings it up to a solid 40 people watching. Thanks guys, thank you for watching. It's much appreciated. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a couple of things here while we wait for MJow to show up. It is 11:41 right now. We'll say the clock started at 11:40. He has a little bit of time to jump on in. We do have rules on this now, so it's one of those things where if he doesn't show up in time, he forfeits game 1. If he doesn't show up in... Alright, so it's 7 minutes. If he doesn't show up in 7 minutes, he forfeits game 1. If he doesn't show up 5 minutes, he forfeits the match. So we are waiting for him. MJow, if you are there, yeah, jump on into the game. We went ahead and put the game number in the... Oh, JX1 won that match? Well, it's not updated. Oh, okay. JX1 won that match, so actually it's going to be JX1. My apologies, guys. Alright, so we will start that clock right now at 11:42. So we have 7 minutes to jump into this game, and that's how we'll get this rolling. So, yeah. Looks like that early set. Alright, there he is. Alright, so... Alright, so we are here for this next match. It's actually going to be JX1, or as we see, Lazy, versus Moose. Alright guys, so Moose a member of JO, Lazy a member of J1. Let's go ahead and boom on over to our main and get this all set up. Alright guys, so here we go. We are going into game 1 of this match. Moose versus Lazy, or as we know, JX1. So let's jump on over to our full and get that scoreboard updated for you as we see these first kind of moves coming out from these players. So we have 2 clans battling out here, J1 and Jotunheimer. So yeah, it looks like early things coming out of here is people want Moose to win. So it looks like Moose is our favored candidate right now. Alright, so early damage coming out kind of equal for both sides. I mean, Lazy getting in a signature there, Moose getting a ground pound before that. And I mean, these players really just kind of spacing each other out, just getting right on top of each other's faces, then spacing out again, then getting right into each other's faces again. It's very interesting to see. I mean, we did see we see a Queen Nai and a Bodvar here. We did see in the Sweet and Salty tournament put on by Raven and Pots and Pans, we saw a main of Queen Nai actually make it to the finals and win. Didn't even get double dipped. So that was actually Foda. Foda, I know you were out there earlier. Thanks for stopping by if you're still here. But yeah, Foda winning that last tournament that we saw. I believe that was last weekend. So right now, though, Moose with that down air takes that first strike from Lazy. Lazy getting that first fall here on the match. So yeah, I mean, it is a short stock that Moose had. Like I was mentioning earlier, both players getting in a good amount of damage on each other. But Moose right now getting a lot of what I call that free damage. As he is in the red right now, any good hit will kind of launch him off the map. Though that one right there, it's interesting to see that recovery from the Katars doesn't do as much as it used to. It used to just launch people like crazy. But Lazy needs to get that KO right here. Needs to get a good hit on. And right now, there is the signature from Lazy to punish the signature from Moose. And we're evened up at 2 stocks. Granted, you know, Lazy is in that early orange stage right now that, you know, he is hurting, but definitely something that is manageable. He does land that signature after making Moose, you know, kind of throw out his dodge. It was kind of a vertical dodge bait, if you will. So he threw his weapon up, Moose dodged, and Lazy immediately went into that signature from Queen Nai to actually, you know, get that nice hit. So dodge baiting, something that's been going on since, you know, the 1.1 days. I mean, it's still apparent in the game today, still used by players, as we saw it used right there from Lazy. Which, right, you know, it's not as common as you used to see. I mean, with weapons doing such little damage, you don't see it as much. But right now, I mean, Moose trying to put more damage on Lazy, maybe get that KO before taking too much damage. Lazy, though, you know, dropping Moose into the orange at this point. A good couple of neutral airs there, followed by a ground pound. And Lazy evening up the damage right now. Both players red, and there it goes. Taking the lead now, Lazy over Moose. 2-1, a short 2 for Lazy. But, you know, after taking that first fall right there, Lazy with that comeback, bringing it down 2-1. It is 1-1. There was a hit on Moose, so he is in that very, very, very early stage of yellow. You know, let's just call it, he's in Pearl. He's in Pearl. I think I'll call it Pearl. All right, so Mace Ball from Lazy, one of my favorite items in the game. I love me some Mace Ball. Couple signatures coming out of Lazy, not connecting, decides to throw those Katars away to clear out the table. Usually you see table clears more or less when somebody doesn't have a weapon, but at this point, you know, it does kind of keep Moose from throwing that sword away, maybe to distance himself in case he doesn't get it back. That and Lazy, I'm assuming, looking for the spear, as you know, that's kind of what he's been using for the most part. It doesn't seem as strong of a Katar player, and does not catch the corner, so that is it. Moose making the comeback after Lazy making his comeback. And that's going to be game 1 for Moose. So we're going to go ahead and update that, give him that the first score right there. So Moose 1. All right, so Moose wins that first game, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and see game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, here we are in game 2. Let's go ahead and get that scoreboard updated for you. Boom, Moose and Lazy in game 2. And like we said, this is tight. This is not normally a map that is usable in competitive play, but since it is an unrestricted tournament, we are allowing it. So this is our first look at Titans in a long time in any sort of competitive play. We'll see how it works. I mean, right now, Moose might have the advantage here, having the kind of more vertical move set with that hammer, but you know, this is Lazy's map pick. Lazy did lose. The loser does get to pick map 2, And yeah, right now they're just kind of keeping away from each other. The platforms on this and the islands are very small, so it's one of those things that some of the signature moves might not really work as well on these. Might send you into a kind of bad positioning, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. Right now, Moose in the lead with a 1-game lead. Both characters at yellow right now. Sorry, my thumb is getting a little bit tired. Before semis, I will get the duct tape out and tape this tab button down. But for now, it does look like Moose in the early lead. I mean, I don't know if you can really call it a lead. He's in orange, Lazy's in red. And yeah, there's just a lot of movement area on this map. Lazy does almost get KO'd there off the side, but Moose playing it safe, not really edge guarding too much. And that's one thing about this map. This map, you can actually go under all of the islands, everything basically. There's a lot of area to move vertically as well. Oh, we do see a lack of jumps there for Lazy as he does take that first fall. Moose with that first strike, and my. That was one of those things where Lazy was out of jumps and then got launched and didn't have anything available to get him back to the map. So you really got to pay attention to your jumps at all times, even if you're not off the side. We do see Lazy pick up that KO right there, and Moose now down to 2 stocks. It is an even stock game. But yeah, I mean, this map, I haven't seen it in competitive play in so long, I really don't know what to say about it. I don't have any, normal shtick to throw at it. I mean, it's a fun map to play. I do like playing on it, in 2v2s. I mean, it's kind of fun with all of the movement that you can do in a 2v2 to set things up. But in 1v1s, I mean, it might just prolong the game a little bit as there's so many various different ways to recover back to the map. We do see Lazy just kind of taking a little more damage here. It is a full stock lead right now for Moose. Last game, we did see Lazy make a comeback, get that 2-1 lead, but Moose finish it off. Moose got that first strike, then lost 2 stocks in a row, but then finished off with 2 strong stock KOs afterwards. Ooh, and Lazy with that neutral signature does not get Moose very close to the boundary, almost gets that KO to once again basically make it exactly the same as the last game. But yeah, this game taking quite a bit of time. We are almost 4 minutes into this game. Lazy just kind of waiting for Moose to come to him. And right now, I mean, Moose did decide to come to him. Lazy didn't really get anything out of it, so I don't know what he was really doing there with just kind of making Moose come to him. Maybe he was just kind of resting his thumbs for a bit. You never know with these players. So, competitive Brawlhalla is a very, very new beast still, even though we have been going now for a good, solid, 8 months since our first tournament. So, yeah, right now both players just kind of playing defensive, staying away from each other. Neither wants to go down to that last stock. Moose almost bouncing Lazy up to the top boundary, but no dice there. Lazy with that mine tosses it, not really. Oh, almost gets the knock into the mine, but a little bit too much arc due to the damage that is on Moose. I'd say he's well up above 200 at this point. Beautiful dodge out of Lazy, but you would have expected to kind of see something come out of Lazy to kind of punish that dodge, but no. And once again, another dodge just kind of escaped that ground pound of Moose. Lazy kind of on the back foot here. Moose with most of the aggressive attacks at this point. Oh, and Lazy. But Moose does get that side air there with the sword. Always a lot of force on that move. Sends Lazy down to that last stock. But any good hit on Moose here, that's That's highlight reel, I think, right there. That was a beautiful side air right down into the mine. I don't think that was purposeful. I mean, a lot of times you'll see people purposefully knock people sideways into a mine, but I mean, that hit right there was just so beautiful. So yeah, we're almost at 6 minutes into this game right now. We will play sudden death if it happens. But both players on their last stock. We'll see if they can finish this up before that 8 minutes runs out. And, yeah. Alright. Right now, neither player landing a hit till Moose finally lands a hit right there. I mean, we were sitting there watching some good dodge battle. I mean, yeah. I'm not a fan of dodge battles, but I guess you can call it a good dodge battle. And almost out of jumps there was Lazy, but he does manage to come up that left side of the pillar. And, ooh, barely misses his own bomb. Moose going with that sword, trying for those down airs. Does not end up landing one. Lazy gets over to that lower island, and, oh, I mean, right now we're almost at that 7 minute mark. Are we going to see a sudden death? Oh, almost landing Lazy there. He might run out. Oh, that might be done right there. No more jumps allowed for Lazy. Moose takes it in 2. So that's our third quarterfinals match going in 2 games. Wow. That is... Oh. Yeah, done. Alright, so we're jumping over to that 16 bracket. So it does look like Moose going on over JX1. Alright, Moose, you move on. Alright, so our next game is going to be Steve and Magma Bob. Alright, so let's go ahead and let those players, know. Steve and Magma. Here is your game number in the chat. In the Brawlhalla competitive community chat. So yeah, after this match right here with Magma Bob and Stevenator, we are going to take a quick break. You guys will know when we're back when that intro rolls again. So yeah, let's see this game. Let's jump on over to our main, update our player names, update our score, and yeah, Magma Bob I'm very familiar with. Steve I'm a bit familiar with as well. Both these players pretty good. I mean, it goes to say that Magma Bob is a premier player. He is a really good player. His rank doesn't really show it. And here we go into game 1 of this match.
2, 1, brawl.
And right now, Magma Bob running with his Taros, and Steve with the Bodvar. So, I mean, Taros, he's been kind of a low tier kind of character for so long. I know some people have become rather good with him, but I mean, Stevenator playing one of the top characters right now in Bodvar. I know that Tybo and Raven's list does put him in that A+ or S tier, whatever that top tier is for their tier list. So we're definitely going to see an interesting game here go on with Magma Bob and Stevenator. I'd personally be rooting for Magma Bob. I know Magma Bob. He's been around a while, kind of like me. In one of the last 1v1 tournaments I played in, I actually won third place versus him. I don't remember. I think it was MT10. Oh, beautiful scoop right there. That was just beautiful from Magma Bob. I'm tongue-tied right now. It happens. But Magma Bob getting that first strike on Stevenator right now with his Taros. So much damage from that Taros on that 4 stat. Able to launch and able to do a lot of damage. So he is in the red right now, so he has to look out for Stevenator, as Stevenator with one good hit from that hammer could knock him out just like that. So right now it is an even 2-2 stock. There's a little damage on Stevenator, but nothing that can't be overcome. now overcome. But yeah, I mean, right now Magma Bob on that back foot a little bit, decides to pick up the axe. So we'll see some axe play here. Oh, beautiful use of the map right now for Stevenator with the scoops. So I know that that's one of the issues that people have with this map is the fact that you can get that kind of combo on. It's definitely something that you have to look at when going against a hammer on this map. The fact that you can be juggled like that. I mean, you'd think in more top tier play, Magma would have known, better than to kind of get stuck in that position. But it happened. It happens. And with the scoop from Magma, takes it to a 2-1 game, knocking out Stevenator right there. But, he is in that deep orange. A good solid hit from Stevenator could knock Magma out and send this to a good solid tied game. Just like that, with that neutral air from the hammer, is a 1-1, but not before Magma Bob sends Stevenator into the yellow. I mean, it's easily a spot that Steve can overcome, but I mean, Magma right now with that hammer, we're in a dangerous spot. Steve almost gets that juggle on once again. Magma manages to get out of it, but Magma right now, even with Steve's done a good job of catching up here. And this could go. No, beautiful. Bad throw there by Magma. He meant to throw that down, I'm pretty sure. If he would have thrown it down, he would have gone for the ground pound with that double down, as we like to call it. And it would have been over at that point. A slight mistake on Magma, just kind of sending the throw in the wrong direction. But he does have an axe now, getting neutral aired. That axe coming down, hitting Stevenator. Magma trying to draw Steve down, but Steve not having it at this point. Beautiful uppercut off of Steve. Beautiful weapon throw, but Magma retreating underneath that left island right there to actually escape Stevenator's sword. Right now, Magma with that mine, trying to wait for Steve to actually, put himself in a bad position. Does get a beautiful side air, but not able to, get it as Steve does bounce off that wall. That is the shenanigans that can happen here in Brawlhaven. I mean, it's one of those maps. This was the original Brawlhalla map, as we do see a beautiful uppercut come out of Stevenator to get that KO. So we're going to jump back. We're going to update that score. So Magma Bob drops that first game, and Steve takes it. So right now, Magma in kind of a bad spot, guys. Yeah. Imagine the first 9 decks Legend. I don't know. It would be interesting. So yeah, Magma gets the map pick. He says we are going Thunder Guard. He wants none of that nonsense of the map pick. So Thunder Guard it is. Here we go. It looks like Steve switching up to Sentinel at this point. So a character change from the winner, and it looks like Magma Bob sticking with the actual Taros. So we'll see how it goes. He almost beat out Steve last time. I think if it wasn't for that juggle on Brawlhaven, that maybe Magma Bob might have won that one. I don't know. We'll see how Game 2 goes out here with Steve switching up character and on kind of more of a normal map you would see in a 1v1 here with Thunder Guard Stadium. So, beautiful signature there from Steve, but Magma with the recovery move almost takes Steve out. That was a crazy turn of events there. Steve actually on the edge guard, almost getting taken out himself with a beautiful kind of recovery move coming out of Magma. Magma with that down air, putting Steve in trouble. Oh, but that hammer so powerful with that recovery move to throw down Magma Bob, and first strike goes to Stevenator at this point. So yeah, I mean, right now Steve won that first game of the match. If he can keep up this lead and take accident by Magma Bob there. Oh, that's not what you want to see here coming out of a favored player like Magma. And he has got his work cut out for him. It is a 3-1 right here. Right now, this is, I'm almost calling it right now. Steve is moving on to those semifinals. Semifinals versus Moose. Oh, a lot of damage Magma Bob taking right now. It is a dire situation right now for him to get a KO on Sentinel right now. He does manage to do it, so there is a glimmer of hope here for Magma Bob. I mean, he can do it. It's possible. We've seen it happen, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. Magma has put himself in a very bad situation here in this game too. Oh, and it was all due to the play in that shenanigan area there. Magma not getting the wall tap. He's playing very conservatively right now, sticking with that hammer, just kind of spacing out Steve right now, trying to get as much damage as he can. It's a good move on his part. You know, just kind of keep away from Steve, get as much damage as you can, maybe get to that last stock, maybe hope for a mistake from Steve here. He does. You see him come right out. You see Magma Bob come right out of that shenanigans area. He does not want to fall prey to another recovery move, that up heavy or neutral heavy from Stevenator. Steve, you know, kind of adapting his play right now, just going with mainly, you know, high force moves. Maybe he can catch Magma with one. He does have a lot of life left to maybe get one. Magma brings it back 1-to-1 stock. So right now he's at a very short 1 stock. He needs to keep playing the way he is. Take the damage off. Oh, beautiful dodge. Yeah, but as I was saying, he needs to take that damage off of Stevenator right now. Get him in a point, but no. There it is, the signature from Stevenator. Takes that comeback from Magma, says, no way, guys. That's not happening today. I'm dropping Magma. Oh, good game, good game. So let's jump on over to that bracket, and Steve moves on. So there we have it. You guys, we have our semifinal set. Match 1, when we come back from a short break, is going to be Blancton Egg Soup. Match 2 is going to be Moose and Steve. Some newer names for, you know, for tournament play here. So, yeah, guys, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then when we're back, we're gonna hear that. You're gonna hear that intro music come again, which is playing right now. Actually, that song. It is. It's Alex Heat Opposition. So when you hear this song playing again, and you hear kind of that intro start up, it's time. So everybody, go get a drink. Go take a potty break. Do what you need, and we'll be back here in 5 minutes. All right, guys. Thanks.